Good morning again, folks, and welcome back to just outside the train room today. We're in the utility room. There's a bit more light in here. Well, I do have a Facebook channel, and somebody said to me yesterday, "Gosh, you're getting on with this one rather quickly, and I haven't seen it on YouTube." And absolutely correct. I will say straight away, look, some people say, how do you sort of produce them this quickly? You know, do you work or whatever? Yes, I've got a job. Yes, I go to work. I'm not a big fan of the television, to be honest. I watch the odd things, so I do most of my modelling at night, and it's surprising if you a couple of hours each night, you can get on quite well. Anyway, what have I been doing? You'll probably know if you've seen some of my other clips that I quite like these fruit trays. So, I like getting things for a reasonable price, and these fruit trays that you can see that this one's in. Yes, you can buy them on auction sites and everything, and you can pay £35 for them. You can pay, well, I've seen them up to £35. Don't do that. You can get them for nothing. It's surprising. I go to our local fruit and veg shop. They seem quite happy. I think I did have to pay them £3 or £4 for that one. But there is places quite close to us that will do these fruit trays for nothing. Yes, okay, you've got to drive over there. Yes, you've got to sift through 200 or 300 of them sometimes to find some decent ones. But I just like them. It's something different. And as I say, I'm probably repeating myself, but I've made loads and loads of layouts over the years, and get a bit fed up really. So not fed up. I love making them, but you just want to do something a little bit different. So these fruit trays, great size, and pretty good start. So once you've got your fruit tray layout, all you need is a bit of polystyrene just to thicken this base piece here up, just between there and there, and then I just put a bit of plywood or MDF on the top. I use MDF. I go down to our local timber yard, and they've told me that they sell sheets in there. I think old measurements, 8x4, I believe. Now a lot of the times people don't want that size of. They don't want the whole sheet, or they can't get it in the car or whatever, so they get loads of offcuts. Go for the offcuts. I just have to give them enough money to top up the biscuit tin, really. So once you've got your polystyrene stuck in, I just use UPVA glue, or is it PVA? UPV? No, that's sunlight, isn't it? Twig. PVA glue, just PVA glue. Stick it in, and then stick the top down. Stick the MDF top down. Works a treat. And then away you go. Now, because you're working with basically a fruit tray, a small fruit tray, the plan to what you can get in is obviously, track-wise, is not a lot. So I'm just going to try and go over the top now. I don't know whether this is going to work. Probably not. Let me go around the back. But I mean, you're getting an oval in, aren't you, with a couple of sidings. That's basically all you're going to be able to fit in there. Sorry about the cat litter tray. So go around the sides here, and then you can see around the back. And I haven't finished. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that siding yet. I'm not sure whether I'm going to make it like a returning loop so it can go into that track on the back. But I just do a circular track. Now, if you've watched the funny little one that I did the other week, the layout in the cake tin, the young lad's quite keen. So hopefully he will yeah, hopefully he'll end up with this one. And bless him, he wants to show it. We're quite lucky here in Market Harbour, Leicestershire. The Sunday market has a really nice second-hand train store on it, and he organises, I think once every sort of month, 6 weeks, something like that. He organises a little bit of a railway show, you know, what the locals have been doing. So this young lad wants to take this down. Now, you know I love keeping costs down. So we've got 2 points here. Let me see if I can just, sorry about that camera, that's not very good. Yes, we've got 2 points there, and if you just keep your eye on the one behind the engine, yeah, you can see it moving. There you go. Now, I'm afraid no fancy point motors for me. I really like wiring tube. Well, you can just see it going through there, that little yellow tube. And if I spin over to here, and there are the wires at the back. So I've not tidied those up yet, but yeah, there you go. Backwards, in, out, making the points work. What is it? Cheap as chips. Florist wire here, 45 pence for that, and just well, they work obviously a lot better if they're in a sleeve. So I got some kiddie straws, got those from here in the UK. I think it's a shop called Wilkinson's or something like that, and it works great. You know, wire slides in and out that tube. What can go wrong? You can manually change the points, or if that's what you call it, manually change the points. And what's it cost you? I don't know, less than £1. And if the wire ever breaks, dead easy to just replace them. So I've used that method for a long time. I suppose it's quick. Yeah, just go in on there. I suppose it's quick, it's foolproof. Can you see that one there, down in there? No, see that one there, and if I go up and over, I mean, you can bend them whenever you like. I mean, you can see I've got some, sorry, it's going to be out of focus. They're the two straws there. Yeah, and they work great, and heal like that. Oh, I will say one thing about this layer here. I've not done this before. I haven't got a transformer onto it yet, because there's one coming in second hand to our little market store. It's going to be about £7 or £8, and I thought, well, I have that engine there. I did build that. I got that from, I think it's called Narrow Minded Rail Works. Fabulous company, really lovely. And I think that engine there was around about £30, the kit. Very, very nice to build. I have tested it with a battery, and I have had it going around, but as I say, I haven't got a transformer on this one yet, so I hope the clearances are, yeah, no, they'll be fine. I'm sure they'll be fine. And what else was there? Now, I know some of you, you've asked before about the stonework there, and is it foam board, or, you know, what is it? No, it's really, really simple. I'll go back over here. It's just paper sheet. It's embossed. I get these from. I don't know where you can see that. It's got a bit of like, yeah, embossed. It's embossed paper. Looks great for me. I just stick it to thin pieces of a board like that, and that's how I use it. And as I say, mine, I get it off of a well-known auction site. Comes from Greece, and it's not expensive at all. The buildings, yeah, all my stuff, I believe you call it scratch built. I do use foam board. 5 sheets of this at the moment in the UK. It's around about £10. Great to work with, but I found this on, once again, a well-known auction site, Pieces. I mean, it is MDF, but it's so thin, and you don't. There's no dust with it. If you cut it with you can cut it with a craft knife. I'm not sure how many sheets you get in there, but that delivered was, I'm going to say £10. It was cheaper, and fabulous. Sorry for this camera work, but as you see, I tend to use the foam boards for the buildings, the walls, and then that I believe it's MDF for the roofs, because it just works so well, and you don't need a lot of structural work inside. Man's fell over. I put him on there just to give you an idea. Sorry, should have mentioned this one. I believe is Gnine. So the track is some old N-gauge track that I've had kicking around for quite a while, and it's G scale. That engine I've got there, I've put it on a Kato chassis, and they work beautifully well. I think the idea for this layout came from that little boat there. I'm going to have to do quite a bit of work to that, because it will be to scale when I finished it, but at the moment, I mean, it's a rowing boat, and if you look at the size of those seats there, and compared to the guy, it's not right. So we need to sort of do something, fill in this section here somewhere. With the foam builds, if I come round to there, as you can see that wall there, that's built with foam. Once I've done that, I mean, use PVA glue again, and once I have done that, I use I get mine from Screwfix. It's the cheapest stick. I think it's called Sticks Like or something like that. And I just cover the walls with it. I just use it. I just literally put it on with my finger, and it looks to me like rendering. It just and it holds paint really, really well. What else have I done? Oh, this one here. I don't know if you can see in that window. I tried something different with that. Made the window out of matchsticks, but then did the usual thing. Put some cellophane on the window, but behind it, I've put. I got a picture out of a magazine, because there's a chap in there working in like a factory scene, and I've just put it a little bit further back, and I'm really pleased with the way that looks. You can see straight through the section here. You can see the tile in our utility room. I'm going to fill that back in. I think that's a problem. Well, it's a problem for me with these small layouts. Especially if you're having a continuous run, you've got two gaps, haven't you? They've got to disappear around the back. So I want to. Sometimes I think for me that lets I'm only talking about my layouts. I think it lets my layouts down. So I want to put something around there so it looks like it's a continuation of the layout around the back. And of course here I've got an even bigger hole, so I'll put something in there. And I think this is, to get this far, it's taken just over a week. As I say, the reason. Oh, hello. Oh, cat's come in and wants feeding. Oh yes, okay, Ted. Right. I don't watch television, as I say, very much, so that's why I sometimes, if people think, gosh, you build these things quite quickly, it's because that's what I do with my time at night sometimes. Anyway, I hope you like this one, folks, and I will probably do another clip towards the end of the week when it'll probably getting near 90% finished. Also, as well, the transformer will have turned up, so we'll be able to see if it works. Be a bit of a devil if it doesn't, but anyway. Summer's arrived here in the UK. fantastic. I've actually been out and doing some modelling during the day when I've been working from home. So anyway, I think I'll leave it there. Happy modelling, folks. Take care.